For any of you all that are watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, like this video. Everybody on Facebook, make sure you go over and give us a follow. We're going to talk about how to catch these fish on Sardis. How are these guys hammering these fish? And if you've got any questions, then we want to hear about them. And today, let's check this stuff out. We're going to be talking about on the hook, how we find those fish, what we're using, the Ozark rods, what baits we're using. That's going to be crappie monster right there, guys. Now, how is it that everybody is catching these fish on Sardis? Right now, the water's low. A lot of them are up there. You launch at Engineers Point. You can pretty well see about every boat in the whole lake right there. Most people are just going to go over and get in the middle of the crowd. Well, I'm here to tell you, you don't have to do that. You can go do your own thing. Sure, they're over there because they saw somebody else catching fish. You don't want to be that guy, so kind of hang out away from them a little bit. Most of these fish are around the ledges. We've got some guys casting to them. We've got some guys just vertical jigging on them. So I'm not seeing my questions. Give me just a second, guys. I want to try to make sure that I can see the questions on here. And I found it when I was playing around with this earlier, and now I don't know where it is. Where is it? Half screen. That's not it. Okay, chat. There we go. Now I can see the questions as they're coming in. I had to get that on the side of my screen there. So, go-to baits for Sardis this time of year are going to be right here, and I'm getting ready to show you. These are my go-tos. One of them is just a fan favorite. I'm going to start with it first. A lot of people like that orange and chartreuse. That's the uppercut. It's lime and chartreuse. It's available right here at othfishing.com. And when the water gets muddy after we get this rain, you need to go to something a little bit darker. This is where this is always in my pocket. I don't care if I'm at Grenada, and I don't care if I'm at Sardis. It's going to be at purple and chartreuse with that glow tail. Y'all heard me talking about it the other night on Crappie Talk. That is the Joker Glow. And honestly, that's probably in a whole lot of the boats that are out there on the water right now, jacking those fish. We got a little bit of rain coming. I might end up going down there and checking it out myself and trying to get some footage of putting some fish in the boat. That way you all can see what's going on. When the water is a little bit clearer, after the rain moves out and the water clears up just a little bit, that dude right there, Ozark Smoke, black back, silver belly, that is also always in my front pocket. These are two of the four that I take with me no matter where I go. And I'm going to round it out with one of my top two favorite Clearwater baits ever, and that's that Moon Dust Glow right there. I'm big on the glow baits, especially when that you're in a situation to where that you might be fishing a little bit deeper, even though it is clear water. That glow is going to get the deal done when you get down there in the bottom a lot deeper because they can't see as good. The visibility is not there as good. All of those, and I'm doing this crappie monster baits. I had a lot of messages come in after my feed the other night, so we know what we're using. Let's find out how we're using it. Right here, a lot of you guys already use them. I get them by the 100 pack. That is a Guthrie Tackle 100 pack of pencil weights. Right there. Now, when I'm long poling, I am always using a pencil weight. Looks like I got some company. Hey, baby. Pencil weight. What did I do? I don't put the bobber stop on top. A lot of people do that. I double the bobber stop on the bottom on my line. I use those rubber bobber stops and I put them right together because one bobber stop with a weight that size it won't stop it when that you jig or you pop. It'll let that sinker come all the way down on your jig head, and once it gets all the way down on a jig head, it's game over, man. They're not going to eat that bait. The jig can't do its job. The bait can't do its job because it's got too much weight down there. So I double up my bobber stops. I solely use his pencil weights. They have absolutely been getting it done for me. Can't beat that orange and chartreuse in Mississippi. You're absolutely right, man. Um, there's so many people, especially in Mississippi. A lot of colors are demographics. You get to Mississippi, that orange and chartreuse, man, they absolutely love it. It's just, it's kind of weird. Rough River in Kentucky, purple and white. Taylorsville in Kentucky, purple and white. The crappie monster color is a lot of people's go-to. It's even mine when I get to those lakes. Now, what am I using? You all been watching me use these rods. I don't know, probably close to 100 videos on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, get on over there, Crappie Monster on YouTube, check it out. This is a 13-foot machine series by Ozark. Those are also available right there on othfishing.com. So this is a 13-footer. It's my choice because right now those fish aren't running. They are sitting still. They're not moving as fast as what they will during the spawn or in the middle of summer when pressure gets up. It's too cold. They're not wanting to run. So you don't have to chase them near as much. Sorry, I'm trying to get back to some of these questions and comments here. Like dropping a stick of dynamite. That's right. You throw that Joker glow in the water, it's the same as throwing a piece of dynamite in there. They just float up. They jump right in your boat, just like they did when I first bought Livescope. Y'all know the little cheater box. Yeah, I use it, and I use the fire out of it. So this is what I'm using. And they have a 15 and a 17 footer. The 15 footer is actually lighter than the 13 footer. I like the 13 because I'm more accurate with it. You get out there in them 17 footers. Yes, Ozark has a 17-foot rod, but if you're not extremely accurate with it, you need to shorten your rod up. That's where you're going wrong trying to run these fish down. Why the long rod? Here's the biggest reason for it. When you're running those fish down and you're staying right behind them on that trolling motor with your live scope, you are trying to get that bait in front of that fish and hold it on that fish's nose. I mean, right there on its nose. So you're running 2 mile an hour, maybe a little bit over. So you're using a big weight above a small jig and you're trying to hold it out in front of that fish and move with him. The longer rod keeps your line from folding back and getting in the trolling motor. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. That'll keep you from getting tangled up in your trolling motor and having a really bad day. So I'm itching to get down there to Sardis. Had a good friend reach out to me. He's wanting me to come down there, and they are absolutely just train wrecking these fish. Sardis and Enid both. Enid is a lot smaller lake, and it's got just as good a fish in Enid as what it does in Sardis. And it's a lot smaller. That is the big deal. It's a lot smaller, same size fish, lot less area to cover. It's the same way as Sardis. As soon as you launch, you're going to be able to see every boat in the water. The big deal with that is be courteous. These are other people out there trying to catch fish too. They're trying to have a good time. They they're just out there to feed their family or to have fun. And we, as fishermen and ambassadors of the sport, need to give them just a little bit of room. Now, I'm not saying don't say, hey, do you mind if I fish here? Most of the guys are going to be like, yeah. And problem is solved. If you'll just ask before you go rolling up on them, most of them are going to invite you right on in there. Okay, where we at here? Love them Ozark rods. Can't beat Guthrie Tackle. That is so true. There's those Scott D's on there right now. He had invited me down, and I'm going to end up taking him up on that. And I've got a top secret lake that I'm going to be hitting. It is in Arkansas. I'm going to hit it sometime over the next couple of months, and I'm going to take some of that equipment off the wall over there, and I'm going to try to go live from the water so that you all can join in with us while that we're having a ball catching these giant black crappie. There's probably 2 or 3 people that are watching right now just kind of cringe because they know just exactly which lake I'm going to. I've seen them on here, and I know that they fish it too. So we're not going to name the lake, but we're going to show the process of breaking down the lake, catching the fish, and just having a good time. Now, once I get my eyes on it and I get my head wrapped around it, if the lake is big enough, we may release the name of that lake. But for the time being, out of respect for the guys that are there fishing it right now, we're not going to name the lake right off the bat. So I'm going to go back over these baits again. Sardis, right now. Got some Mississippi boys on here that'll agree with me. Orange and chartreuse, that's the uppercut. Moondust Glow for the clear water. Ozark Smoke for the clear water, and that is also in a small fry pattern. And then, man, this is won me a lot of money. That dude right there, purple and chartreuse, that's a Joker uppercut. Those are my absolute must-haves. I will not go to Sardis without them, and I don't expect you to either. Now, you ain't got to buy these baits to catch fish. You can buy a lot of people's baits. A lot of it is technique, but some of it is profile and a little bit of the color. Just getting the right glows with the darker colors. That's going to make you a successful trip, and that's why those would be my go-to colors. Fish Sardis today, only boat on the water. The amount and the quality of fish is phenomenal. That just came in from one of the guides, heck of a fisherman, a dude that I respect very much, Colton Brower. Now, he's telling me that it's unreal. I know that it's unreal, and I can't wait to get back down there. And when I do, I'm going to show it to you again, guys. I'm going to have that 13-foot Ozark Machine series, and I'm going to have those 4 bags of baits from Crappie Monster. You can buy all of those on othfishing.com right down there at the bottom left. And yes, I am showing you products that I would love for you to buy because that's the name of the game. I'm putting information out there to help you all fish. I hope that you all support us by purchasing these products. And we're going to end up, my game plan is to do one of these on every single lake out there. The big thing I got to figure out how to do is be able to show you the map of the lake. And this was a test run. This is my very first live with this brand new computer program. I cannot wait to keep on playing around with it and be able to put those maps and such on there with them. Now, in my last video, I was talking about secondary creek channels hitting the main channel to the lake. I was talking about Sardis. There is one very special spot to me within a quarter-mile of Engineers Point. You're all going to find it now, and I hope you do because I want you to catch fish. Secondary channel comes in, hits the main channel. Those fish are going to be there. Before I leave right here, I would lay $100 bill down saying those fish are going to be right exactly there. And the only thing that would keep me from catching those fish there would be wind. If the wind hits, it's like the rest of the lakes in Mississippi, man. You just got to play the wind. You fish where the wind allows you, but these are the tickets and these are the tools to success to help you get there and be able to catch fish in any scenario. So if you have to go to the other side, the biggest thing you're looking for are those little fingerlings that you can see the mild ditches coming down through the sand where the water's down. Those keep on going underneath that water. Just because that water's there does not mean that they're not washed out underneath little ditches. That's where you want to concentrate. That's where you're going to catch them fish at. Guys, if I ain't got any more questions, I just wanted to get on here and check this new program out. I'm actually pretty excited, I believe, and we're going to wrap this thing up. If you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, make sure and hit that subscribe button. like this video. And for all you guys right here with me on Facebook, I appreciate y'all tuning in, and we'll see you next time.